Hey guys, welcome to another edition of
Discovering Our Journey.
I'm your host MC.
I'm JC. And this week is full of family, right? It's going to be Thanksgiving.
Family. Man.
Holy moly. That's a lot of fun stuff. But
Oh, yeah.
I've been gathering with my friends lately. And, one topic that has been coming up since family is going to be getting together.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Man.
Relationships. Yeah. So particularly this, and it made me think, because remember, she's younger than me. She's a friend of mine that's that's a lot younger than me. And so we go through, certain things as we get older in our relationships, we get more understanding. But for her, it's this, is that her man behaves differently. And it's not male, female that she worries about. I think that it's the fact that he changes his personality and then it just affects them in a relationship.
The personality around the family setting?
No, just
the group
just
setting?
Between him and her.
Yeah. But between him and her, and then in the group setting is different.
Yeah. So, okay. So when she was sharing this with me, I started to think back in my relationship. And when I was younger, the only thing that I could think of, because I don't want to give too much of her information out there, right? But just with my own experience, I remember in one of my relationships, in the toxic, right? When I was young, I didn't know any better. But my then partner, or my then boyfriend, would need to have the spotlight on him. And so he was very flirty with girls, but then also very loud and obnoxious with men. And he just needed to be seen. And it kind of was it bothered me. So I think that's what she meant. And so in those days, before I knew better, I would expect him to read my mind. And that's where I found out that we don't work like that, Yeah. So that's what made us break, I think. And a lot of my insight was he should know better. I can't believe it. Was it jealousy? Do you think that means I'm jealous? What do you think that is?
As far as him
changing, or just not being the same person, or even in many cases, I feel unheard and unseen because I can't jump in because I don't know, I guess I'm messing up his thing.
It's kind of, I've experienced in our friends throughout our life. I feel like we've had a couple where the husband sometimes doesn't participate. So it's that end. It's the quiet.
He's the quiet one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's been times where this particular person has come out of their shell also because they're just not used to that sometimes. So.
But how old were these people when you met them? I mean, the age does matter, right?
Actually, this person
if they're
was
older,
probably 45 when I met them, and that was a while back or something. So it was, yeah. But you know what? Their demeanor is like that,
Okay.
But then again, you have some people that are, like I said, different. They're loud.
Yeah.
That are too loud, and sometimes even obnoxiously loud.
Yeah.
And there's times that or even to the point where sometimes I and some family members have been accused of fighting, and we're not fighting. We're just discussing very loudly in our faces with hands gestures and stuff like that.
Oh, I'll look in the face.
What do you mean? No, you're not listening to me. What I'm trying to say is, so it just depends. And in certain scenarios with certain people, it might be oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then again, we've also been with couples going to different places. And then, one odd couple that's maybe not used to that same group might interact with their partners a little weird, and then kind of puts a little weird feeling on the other couples,
oh, absolutely.
Wait, they're talking a little different than we talk, So it's it's just the dynamics of stuff is tough.
It is tough, but you should still be able to be yourself, though, nonetheless. So listen, now that I'm older, right, there has been, obviously, we grow together with our partners and stuff. So it's important that communication be there.
Yeah.
Now, it has happened in our earlier relationship with my hubby and me, where I did present something and I felt hurt because now at this point, I think I'm a little more mature. I'm able to communicate. I feel fairly in a healthy relationship, right? There's never going to be perfect, but so things would happen and I would put them on the table. I would verbally not play games, not kind of give them the eyes. Remember the crazy eyes?
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't do that no more. Now I verbalized, hey, this and this, I don't like this. And it makes me feel this way. And I gave him the whole rundown and I put it on the table. Now, many times he'd be like, that didn't happen. I don't care. Whew, that hurt. That hurt. And so what did I do? I mean, I ended up retreating. I ended up then kind of ungluing the relationship between my friends and my partner for a while because it wasn't respected. And so I thought it was the healthiest way because then it took a while to finally come back around to the bend. And I think he realized, like, hey, we're not all hanging out. And I'm like, yeah, well, really? I mean,
I mean, you know what? A lot of it, at least for a man, I feel, or even for myself, kind of does have to do a little bit with maturity.
yeah,
You know,
maturity's big.
and you know that's a harsh word, especially for a man, because you know there's different aspects of our life that we might be mature, but there's certain aspects that we still hold back a little bit. I can say that I'm on both ends of that spectrum in the sense to where at one point we had a friend or a couple that would come over, and I really felt attacked by this person because you know
Oh, their friend?
no the what do you mean
Your partner's friend? Was
yeah my
attacking
partner's
you?
friend yeah and
Because we always want to back up our friends, you know?
well
I've heard about
it
you.
was like, you know, the thing is that, you know, this person would, you know, especially in the Mexican culture, you know, we kind of talk a certain way, you know,
Yeah.
what they, you know, I don't know how you would say it in English, but, you know, in Spanish is, you know, doble sentido. Like, you know, it's
Yeah.
got two meanings to certain things. And this in particular friend would just, I guess, ride me kind of hard. And I was just not used to that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was like, more uncomfortable in a sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And unfortunately, you know, it got to a point where, you know, my wife said, oh, well, you know, later on down the line, apparently, why did we stop hanging around with him? Because the guy's a great guy. I mean, I have no problems with him. It's just when he road ride me, it was just like too much sometimes.
Yeah.
It was just like too much. So, you know, she said, well, I just didn't, you know, he wouldn't stop. So, you know, we kind of went away from that person.
Yeah.
But it was sad because it wasn't like I didn't like the person, you know what I'm saying? So that's what was sad. So, I mean, I would have expected her to talk more to him and be like, hey, you know, this and that. Or even all of us talk, maybe,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And say, hey, you know, this is the situation. And then on the same token, I've gotten accused of that, which I'm not saying isn't true, writing someone else. And it's like, all right, you're right. I'm being the bully now.
Yeah.
You know, so I've experienced both sides of the coin on that sense where, you know.
Well, that's nice that you realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes we go in denial.
Yeah, because, you know, when you become into this, you know, I guess you could say like shit talker in a sense, you know, when we shit talk with friends, it's like, you know, oh, I'm just playing. It's like, no, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. And next thing you know, you're playing. It's like, okay, you guys aren't playing that. You're bleeding now. You're not playing. So you get what I'm saying? But this is in words. But that's how it can get, right?
Yes,
You're the best,
yes,
and you're the best. And the next thing you know, you're like duking it out. Like,
That's right.
wait a minute here. You know, even though that technically has happened also with a couple of friends that it's like, we're playing around, hey, and then they're pushing more. And next thing you know, we're like, our friends are like, hey, you guys are tearing up the house here. It's like, oh, dang it. Well, this guy started, but whatever, you know? So, yeah.
How do you get back down? Like, I mean, from that, I mean, because that, that must be intense.
There's one gentleman out there that he knows who he is that, you know, took advantage of me stopping. And when he took advantage of me stopping, he kind of tripped me up and he flipped me over. And I'm like, yeah, just because you know, I have a little bit more courteous. And when they're like, hey, guys, you need to stop. I stopped. He didn't, took advantage of that and got it moving. And I was like, all right.
See, this is where I miss Looney Tunes. Remember how they used to like do some real stuff where they would show you situations of like what happens when you're this kind of person or this you end up following the wrong thing. You think the grass is greener on the other side. I miss those cartoons with the morals, you know? I really do.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from those, but now it's like you just kind of hit those curves on your own and find out.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that sometimes the message might have been overlooked by the, you know, the excessive force of frying pan or other stuff that,
Yeah.
the message was lost in there. And, I guess that type of cartoon's a little too harsh for kids nowadays. They really want to get a frying pan and hit someone or something or think it's okay.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on.
I know.
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Censorship.
But so when you guys get together, is there any cool family things that you guys do? I mean, because I know we're going to be getting together and playing loads of games. We love to be competitive.
Yeah, definitely. When we get together with the family, it's playing games is always the thing.
Yeah. Do you guys do prizes or just like, is it ego? Is it all like,
sometimes like a friend of mine he actually just called me today and said, "Hey, I just got the new it's some lottery game like Loteria." But it's some kind of twist on it. It's like some kind of new loteria. He's like, "Oh yeah, I bought it. It's really really funny." It's like I forgot what he said it was called, but he sent me the link and stuff and everything.
Oh, it's a link too.
It's a link, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so he sent me the link to this new loteria thing, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are gonna like it. It's really cool." And I'm like, "All right." And he likes giving away gag gifts and stuff.
Yeah,
he'll put
I
like
love gag gifts.
Yeah, so he'll put like silly stuff in a bag.
Yeah,
and you're like, "Oh, stick your hand in there." And he pulls out. It's like, "Okay, this is just toilet paper." And then he'll put wet wipes or something, and just different different things and stuff. So he'll put like silly stuff. He'll go to like the dollar store or whatever, and just pick different things and stuff.
That's like my girl Danielle, dude. She does those. I love her parties. I love her parties. Yeah. She will make like the craziest things. She'll make an adult piñata and you hit it and it's got like toothbrushes. It's got soap bars.
Oh my God.
It's got so much great stuff that you would just be like, shut up. Are you kidding me? She's so good.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
It's those kind of people that I'm just like, you got to connect with all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be eating. Are you cooking anything?
We are. My wife's, famous potato salad.
We got a famous salad. I love
salad. And her stuffing.
Ooh, stuffing.
Now here's a question. Savory or sweet?
Ooh.
What is it, guys? What do you guys like?
For Thanksgiving, savory. Yeah, but in my everyday life, it's probably sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like that whole apple salad and stuff with crab? I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't like it.
But for Thanksgiving, I go heardy. Yeah, I like hearty.
So I'm savory. Oh God, I'm savory. Yeah. I got to get the bacon grease in there and I don't mind a little bit, maybe a little bit of sweet in there, maybe a couple raisins or something to give it a contrast, but more savory than sweet. Yeah, definitely.
No, and then it's getting cold, so we got to insulate. We got to
Oh man,
I love it.
Yeah, definitely. What about you?
So, I mean, it's all going to be fun. It's all going to be friends and family. Friendsgivings. We've had those. I love Friendsgivings.
We're doing friend. I guess I don't know what we call it, but we do the cousins Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving, so the cousins get together.
Yeah.
And then definitely.
But tomorrow it's terrible having such a big family because I'm still at that time. I don't know about you guys, but we divide the time between my family and then my husband's family. So we'll have a little bit of time over here and then we'll have to travel over here and then.
So you do that. You do the whole split, that same day split.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
It is. But I love both of them. So it's like.
Is it always the same split? Like always your family first, then his and then yours, or?
I realize that it is. Maybe we should switch that up because then that might. But then I think they're comfortable because no one said anything yet. Okay. Hey, why mess up something that doesn't even like?
If it works out that way, don't touch it. Don't even say nothing.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes it is a little difficult. That if a family member is like, "Oh, you're always late to my parties," and it's like, "Why don't you?" You know what I'm saying? So, but if it works, I guess it works. But if they start saying like, "Oh, you always go to your spouse's,"
thankfully, my husband's family is just super sweet. They're all his grandma's just the best. She just loves family together. It doesn't matter. She's like, I'll take it. Whatever you can give me, I'll take it. And I
told her after 6, I'd probably be there. She's all, perfect. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Okay, cool.
Same thing with my aunt. She called, I was like, oh, yeah, well, probably around 6 or so. Oh, you me home, whatever time.
Yeah. But also, she also brings down the house, too. I mean, his grandma will stay awake for like longer than I can even stand, dude. I'll be like, I'm done. She's just like, what? Yeah.
What time you going to bed?
Oh, dude, I sleep early.
Oh, dang.
I sleep like at latest 9. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. I'm barely getting started.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
We don't go to sleep till. I mean, I try to make a rule 10, 11, but man, we be 12 o'clock.
Okay, but then again, what time do you wake up? See?
Just woke up to the gym this morning at 5 o'clock, and I went to sleep at 12:07. Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I wake up every day. I go to the.
That's early.
Yes, sometimes I'll go.
Wait, and what time do you go to sleep?
Sometimes to almost 1 o'clock. Sometimes.
Okay, see, if
And
you
I
could
wake
do
up
that,
at 5 o'clock to go to the gym.
we
2
wouldn't have a
hours.
problem. See, the problem is that
I cannot run on 5 hours of sleep. I need 8 hours at least.
Yeah.
You don't take naps during the day?
You know what? No, this last year I think was the first time that I kind of tried that, and it does help.
Yeah.
But I forget to take them.
But his naps are 20, 30 minutes. They're
Wow.
Not,
Yeah.
It's
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I used to be able to do that back when, but no, not anymore. Now I'm just like tired all the time. No, but
Yeah.
like, so I go to sleep and then I wake up like at 4. Like my mind, my clock just goes, even when I'm traveling, even when the time changes, I will wake up at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wake up.
It's just something I do
Well,
regularly.
I just traveled to Texas, and I think my alarm would wait. I set my alarm for 6, but I would wake up before like 5 because of the gym. I would wake up about 5:30. Like I'm like, oh, it's almost
See, but you're doing something physical. I think that's why. And once you make it a routine, it's like it's hard to break that routine.
Yeah. So I wake up I try every Monday through Friday, wake up at 5 to go to the gym by 6.
That's impressive. And how much have you lost?
Well, I kind of gained like 8 from Texas.
Oh,
in Texas, everything was bigger in Texas, so it's like I technically didn't weigh myself for 2 weeks. I weighed myself once a week, so I just weighed myself and I gained about 8. But you know what? I'm not I'm not too worried about it because I'm back on the schedule now again. So
Good.
and sometimes, like I said, I know people have always told me it's like, oh, you shouldn't stress about it. But when you don't have control, that's when you stress. Now that I have control, I can agree with some of those people, because I have more control where I'm like, let me just take a bite of this or whatever. But when you don't have control, you can't tell people not to stress because it's stressful.
I think, do you chew your food really well?
Yeah, at times.
See, I really think that has helped me because I'm telling you, I love food and I can eat a lot of food. But I think what helps me is that from a while back ago, my grandma told me, chew your food really good and you'll see how full you get. Because she saw that I had a little bit of a problem. She seriously, like we'd go to Tijuana and I'd be like, oh, I want a coco. Oh, and then I want a little mulita. Oh, and then let's stop over here. She's like, mija, ¿cómo comes? I'm like, ay. She goes, maybe it's because you're swallowing your food and you're not chewing it. And she said it out of love. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, let me try that. And actually it's worked.
Yeah.
It has actually
But do
worked.
you think that you chose those foods because of cravings, because of what? I mean, I think that's a big difference.
I don't know. They smell good and I want to eat them.
But when you were full, would you stop? Would you listen to your body or no?
Well, I was never full because I would just be willing. I was always open-minded, right? I was a willing participant.
Well, see, I mean, for me, it's like I feel like I would ignore my signs sometimes, so I don't know if you now realize you have signs, but I think
I ignored my signs then because a lot of times I'd be like, oh, I'm so full. Why did I stop for this? And
yeah. So I think that's of course I ate for other reasons, but we all have different reasons. But then I think the big one is that we ignore the signs, and if we don't know that there's signs there, then that means that you're just not paying attention.
Yes.
Because sometimes you could be like, no, I don't know no sign. No, here's a sign. It doesn't have to. It ain't got to be a sign to where it's like it's too much. But there's signs that and what I do believe in, because I eat fast. I feel like I chew my food decently, but I do eat fast. But
then you don't, because if you eat fast, there's no way when you're chewing the mother out of that food.
No, but
there's
hold
no
on.
way.
But sometimes the whole my thing is also serving myself a little bit, eating it, and then having to go serve myself back. That break in between, I feel like helps me a little bit more. Because sometimes I'll get up and for some reason I'll serve myself and then go sit down, and I'm like, oh man, okay, why did I serve myself? Because it gave me like it was a little bit. I kind of did that realization after the fact, because sometimes if you serve me too much, and I would tell my wife, like, don't serve me like you normally do, because
Yeah.
So that makes a difference for me. Like you say, that slowing down the food.
I
For
say
me,
so. I think that's a trick.
Smaller portions, more times.
Well, I mean, I think, and I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of the same thing because you get smaller portions.
You're giving yourself that time.
You know, I'm gonna be like, I'm savoring every bite, little tiny bites.
Well. Here's the big one. So my wife always gets mad at me because we'll have like the dark chocolate and stuff like that, and she'll be like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "All right, here you go," and it's like she turns around, and she's like, "So how do you?" I was like,
"Oh, I know, trust me."
And I'm already done. I'm like, she's like, "What?" And I swear, dude, we were watching a show, and it's like 10 minutes later. I'm like, "What do you got?" And she's like, "You still got the chocolate? It's been like 10 minutes." She's like, "I just let it melt in my mouth. I can't do that. I can't." So you let it melt in your mouth, or
absolutely?
Yeah.
I used to not. Like I said, I had a little bit of a problem before, but now it's like you got to learn self-control.
But I'll still have the same amount of chocolates that she will, or one or two or three little chocolates. But the thing is that what I'm saying is that I just can't let it melt. I try to let it melt.
Try harder.
Oh, the big one right now.
Maybe meditation will help you because I think maybe that helped me.
You know what the big one is for me right now? I love my Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, Jolly Ranchers are good.
And I've been hooked on them.
Because no matter what, you got to eat them slow. Oh. That's the only thing that's going to limit us.
I wish. I don't know why I got a problem. I'll sit there and I don't know, a few minutes later, I'm just like.
Oh, like remember the owl and the love?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. How many licks does it take? And it's like 1, 2, that's it. So I swear, sometimes I want to savor it and I'll crack it and I'll go, oh, stop. And I'll try to savor it more. And I don't know why I got to chew my Jolly Rancher, especially because they came out with this new tropical Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Sugar-free especially. So.
Oh, gosh, I can't do sugar-free.
Yeah.
Can you do sugar-free? I can't do sugar-free.
You know what? But once on
Pepsi, sugar-free.
Zero.
Soda?
I'm sorry. But you try a very cold Mexican Coke Zero, and there's no way you can tell me the difference. There's no way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess the cold does make it.
Yes,
something.
it does because it hits you still. Yeah, and we're not talking about diet because that is horrible.
So
that's
freezer. Come on out. And,
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
You're right. Cold does change a lot of the flavor, especially like water.
One of my brothers when we went, one of my brothers and sisters, we took them to the Olive Garden, and I told the waiter, I said, "Hey, make sure they get Coke Zero." And they're like, "Coke, yeah, okay, yeah, it's Coke." And they drank the Coke, and my brother and sister never knew.
Really?
They never knew, and they're big Coke drinkers because of their mom.
Oh.
Yeah, they're big Coke drinkers because of their mom, and they never knew. And
you were just waiting. You're just
yeah.
How'd you like that soda?
Yep. And I even tricked their mom.
Were they talking smack about Coke Zero? Or did you like?
Yeah, they've talked. Yeah.
Okay.
But I knew since before they talked smack about it. So this time I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
I just told them Coke Zero, and I was like, bring all of us Coke Zero. So yeah. It's all in the mind, though. You know that too.
It is.
It is. If I tell you it's Coke, if you know it's Coke Zero, your mind will figure out a way to be like, it's Coke Zero.
It is. I know. It's like everything all starts in the mind. That's why we talk about everything like self-control, right? Yeah. So in these days of gathering, we got to use a lot of self-control when depending on who we're going to see, right? In the family.
Yeah. And you know what? The families is just imagine how many different minds and ideas, and then when you start getting together nowadays, where your siblings have significant others and stuff, and they have different minds, and they came from different backgrounds, and they're blended, different cultures, different ethnicities, and everything, and it's like, oh, is that normal? It's like, well, are you sure they're not fighting? No, they're just discussing stuff. It could freak some people out. Like, no, we're not fighting.
So as far as games go, one of my siblings, she scares me. I don't know if I could be on her team. Or on the contrary, I don't know if I can not be on her team, because it's like, if we lose, it's my fault.
Oh,
and if our points get damaged, it's my fault. So it's like, it's a lot. It's fun though.
Okay.
It is loads of fun. Yeah. I love it.
You know what? I love games. One of our favorite games when we used to get together with groups is sometimes playing like, what was it? So Scattergories.
Scattergories is fun.
Pictionary.
Wait, are all these on your phone, or are they like?
Well, believe it or not, actually, a lot of them, I have some on my tablet. Oh. I mean, on my laptop. Sorry, I have it on my laptop. I use it. There used to be digital, so it's just. I mean, yeah, there was some. There's some cool stuff. Some cool games out there that we played, and of course, left, right, center.
Oh wait, what's left, right, center?
That's where you get the 3 dice, and you start off with $3 bills, and you basically have the 3 dice, and they have left, right, or center. And then of course there's others on the dice that you don't have to give away your money. The point is that when you roll the dice, if you have an L, you give $1 to the person on your left. If you have an R, you give to the person.
Oh, so these are
right.
special dice.
Yeah, special dice.
Oh.
And then what do you call it? If you have the center, means you put it in the pot.
That's fun. Wait, so then you have 3 dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
everyone that's playing has to have money.
Yeah, $3, just $3. That's
$3.
it. But it lasts quite some time. And if you don't have the dice, you can just call it 3, 4, 5, which is 3, 4, and 5.
Ah, that is so good. Okay, so then you roll, and then who goes next?
So, like I said, you have left, right, and center is the pot. The goal is this: if once a pot is filled and only one person is left with $1, they win the pot. So it's okay to keep putting your money to left to right. That's not a problem because the money will come back to you because they'll lose and give it back to you. They'll lose, so forth and so forth.
How many people can play?
We've played with like 15 people.
Whoa.
Yes. And it gets so crazy. Like seriously, the person who's
More
winning.
people, the funner and the
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, the one person who's winning almost never wins. The one who's got the most money, it looks like they're gonna win. All of a sudden, towards the end, it just goes away because the chances of you giving it away to somebody close to you is so big.
Wait. Okay, so left, right, center. The last person who has the money wins the pot. And then what about the people that have collected during the left and right times?
Well, that's the thing. Then it keeps playing until everyone puts the money in the pot. So the goal is not to put the money in the pot so the game lasts longer. But once you get that center, you got to feed.
So there's
pot.
only one winner of the whole thing.
Yes.
Oh,
and you only start with
no.
and you start with $3. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, definitely. You guys got to look it up. Left, right, center. Yeah, and again,
Shiner had kids how to gamble.
and again, you can do it with regular dice. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. It's the same thing. So,
cool.
but yeah, you guys gotta check that game out. It's really fun. Yeah, definitely.
And then how about pets? Do you guys bring all your pets in the family or no?
Yeah. Sometimes depends on what household we're at. Sometimes we put all the pets like in one of the spare bedrooms or whatever, so they're all together, and then take them out, and so they're not running around because they're usually smaller pets, at least in our families. Chihuahuas and so forth.
Oh yeah. Do they come dressed up or is it? Yeah. Mine too. Yeah. I got mine a little dress.
Yeah.
She can look so pretty.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait. It's such a good time. Gathering is such a good time. Yeah. We just have to remember that, things that we say, I mean, sometimes like we said, right? Like, do you really want to win the argument? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I realize is like the time, I'm seeing unfortunately, a lot of people passing away at this time in my side of the woods. And it's really sad because then you start thinking, I wish I had more time. I wish I could have done this. And so that's why it's making me a lot more humble inside to just take a little more.
Yeah.
I don't want to live with regret in any kind of way.
No. And sometimes, we like we've talked about in other episodes that sometimes anger is a lot easier to feel than sadness. To be angry at at someone that did something to you a long time ago, or someone that said something or whatever it is, a family member, it's like, dude, and I'm sure there's people out there that don't even know why they're mad. They're like, you know what? I don't remember what it was, but I know it was something. So it's like, it's to that point where it's like, come on, guys.
On the other side, the people that did the hurting need to remember that although they're like, hey, forgive me, I've forgiven myself, that person needs to heal just as well too sometimes, I'm sorry, but we can't always be the bigger person in that sense where we're just like, let me swallow it down now that you're ready. Yeah. Depending on what it was.
Yeah, depending on what it was. And again, I do feel that a lot of times we do make bigger deals than what they are.
And you're right. Like earlier we were sharing about some family things that have happened before. And you're right when you said sometimes we get into arguments and we kind of separate ourselves and we're like, we're not going to go to the party because such and such is there. I don't want to see that person. But at the same time, you like you said, like I'm missing out on other things. And I realized that, a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so like now I'm so quick to be like, you know what? it's what it is, you know. I want to go there for my family because we don't always do this
Yeah.
as much as we used to.
Yeah. It's
It is too short. Life
it definitely is. We had a friend of mine that was just sharing with me that a friend of mine was just sharing with me that for his, I believe, 50th birthday, I think it was, that his wife was able to get both sides, like her whole family, to come together because she had a really good relationship with all the family and was able to bring him, like something that he hasn't experienced in I don't know how long, he said, because this uncle doesn't talk to this person or whatever it was. And she was able to surprise him and bring everyone together because and he's like, dude, it was the best birthday ever. He goes, she even got like, we all had to wear little shot glasses and stuff like that.
That's so cute. So, in a necklace?
Yeah, in a necklace. And
that's
and
so
it's
cute.
like, and I was
that's
like,
so cute.
You know, it's like,
that's fun.
If you're fighting, you gotta take a shot. It's like,
that's why I love family, dude. Imagine not being able to celebrate and kind of being solo bird, you know? I would miss out on all those fun moments. No way. Yeah. And I love all those people who, I mean, we have so many people in our family that there's so many creative people who will bring things to the party like that will be so memorable. Yeah. You know, like wigs, themes. It's just so much fun.
Is there a lot of like stuff like that in your family that people dress up a certain way, or?
Well, in my husband's side of the family, but
okay.
I bring that over to mine. You know, I'm just like, hey, y'all, I got an idea.
Oh man, how'd that go?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, and that's what keeps everyone lax. Yeah. That's what I think breaks every stupid idea and opinion negative that's going in our minds, and it just kind of chucks it out the window for that moment.
I mean, some people, you know, like they want to dress fancy for Thanksgiving. You know?
Oh my god.
So I'm just saying, some people want to do fancy, so why not dress up like a turkey? I mean, I don't know, you know.
Listen, I used to do that until I didn't want it no more. I got tired.
You do the fancy
good. No, yeah. Are you kidding me? Our family? Yeah. We do the fancies. Ooh. And
the good china and everything.
Oh, yeah, it's fancy. Yeah.
How many forks?
Fancy. But it's I need to stop going against the grain on that, because like I'm saying now that I've seen where I put my foot down and I'm like, oh, but at the same time, I mean, I get my husband looking at me like, dang, baby, you don't dress like that all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you're lucky too, because I'm not comfortable.
Giblets all tight and everything.
But you know, it's I'm gonna change a lot of that. I've seen too, like I said, hey, I'm growing all the time. And so that's one thing I'm gonna have to do just for a day, right? And just to make sure that, you know, we're good.
Yeah. I mean, and like we say, it's not easy to get along with everybody because, you know, we're all each other. We all have ideas. And in this world right now, all the things that we're going through, all the things that, you know, we've been through, this whole pandemic and all this stuff and everything, it's just not easy. It's not easy at all.
And unity is so big. You know, sometimes when we're down, you need your family.
That's right.
Familia, it's everything.
Right. And trust me, it's not easy. And you know what we always say?
There's no growth
without pain.
Until next time.
Next time, guys.